Hello and welcome to my world in a casual review. This week I'm giving my thoughts and opinions regarding Cyberpunk 2077. Now, full disclaimer right up here, and this is being recorded on September 23rd, 2023. It's the same night that I finished the main game, putting it 2 nights after the 2.0 update occurred. Now, if you folks who've been part of this channel, that have been discovering this channel back in August and September, y'all know that's when I was playing Cyberpunk 2077, because that's where all the stream archives are from. All right, there's like I date them, so you can, there's a whole playlist. So y'all will see my playthrough from start to finish here, and you would know everything prior to September 21st is the 1.6, 1.65 build, whatever version it was. And then the final night, September 23rd, is the 2.0 build. And needless to say, that kind of puts the 2.0 build happening when it did really put a damper on my experience of Cyberpunk 2077, because I was having a freaking blast. Once I got used to from a casual playing standpoint, once I got used to the mechanics, how the combat works, the healing items, the crafting, the character sheet, and learning all like what perks did what, and realizing, oh, I can build V up to basically not even have to be anywhere near combat unless the game actually forces me into that type of situation where basically she could stay about maybe 25 meters away when picking people off with with the various quick hack abilities. Like System Reboot. I freaking loved System Reboot, and seeing that being removed from the game in favor of some slower, more intense version of it that doesn't leap from person to person, and it's like, okay, just losing my build or everything I did with V was extremely disappointing and frustrating. It Without question, that really put a major sour point on my experience playing the game. Because other than that, it's like I had a freaking blast, as you just saw me get blasted at the border there. Apparently, I was trying to enter Texas or something in that particular moment there. But prior to that, everything about it, the build, the world building, the characters, how the game looks, sounds, and everything was just phenomenal. I really enjoyed all the various story arcs that were within the game. I like Claire's little side story, Judy's, Pam's, Rivers. They really added a lot, to it. I even like Carrie's story arc. It's like, and how it all tied, and how it all tied together. I enjoyed going around Night City. It's like I was really up in the air about doing all the Night City Police Department incidents, as well as doing all the I guess you would call it the not so much side jobs, the side gigs, because jobs are more like actual side quests involving actual lore building. The side gigs were just like little jobs being done. It was like I really had a blast, particularly once I understood how to use what my build was. It's like the game became so much fun. It's it really did. Was there a bit too much to do in some areas and compared to others? Yes, and stuff being time gated, where you basically are waiting for days for something to pop up, particularly if you knew if a certain quest was available. And I ran into this problem with the carry quest line, where I was trying to get the final one, the when you go onto the boat, the pop on like the September 20th stream. It's like it wasn't popping. It wasn't appearing at all. So the fact that you could be just waiting around days and days and days in game is like, oh, you're skipping hours. It's like, okay, how do you get these things to pop up? It led to a bit of frustration, and sometimes you get like a bunch of quests popping up at one time. Like, okay, which ones do we do first? Which one seems the most interesting? Or in my case, which one was the closest? But that kind of is what it is there. Let's see. If there was one aspect about the game prior to the 2.0 update I probably found the most tedious, it was probably trying to find all the checkpoint, the fast travel checkpoints. I mean, because you in some places you don't have any reason to visit certain places on the map at all. And not even for story places. It's just like, okay, you're just going down a road. It's like, okay, would there be a fast travel point all the way down where the border crossing is? It's like there's absolutely no reason to go down that way. At least none that I saw. Unless you're counting like going for like an achievement, like what was it, Damon in the Shell trying to trigger a grenade explosion that takes out 3 enemies at once. So that kind of is what it is there. One of my favorite aspects about this game was, at the time, the vehicle handling, particularly with cars and bikes in collision. There was a lot of jank with the vehicles. Some of my favorite like shorts here on YouTube, from the clips that I took during the streams, involved the vehicles either summoning the motorcycle, which became my favorite thing in vehicle in driving the game. It's coming down the street, it stops on the brake, and it does a forward wheelie and does a 360 in the air to park, which was just hilarious. But at the same time, a lot of the vehicles had so much jank and like this terrible handling, in terms of going around corners. You really had to slow down, brake properly. I mean, the overall streets of Night City, in a lot of cases, particularly in the Watson and Little China areas, could be a little bit could be very narrow. So like if you have like the larger trucks or pickup trucks, or the wider Trans Am styled cars, is like it could be a bit wonky getting around some of the tighter places. But still, that kind of is what it is there. Now, again, as I said, this review, my thoughts and opinions on this game is, again, recording this on September 23rd, which means means at the time of this recording, I haven't played the Phantom Liberty content yet, because that, again, it will not come out until September 26th. And you probably will notice that I will be playing the Phantom Liberty content, and I want to consider that its own separate review and so forth, because at the very least is going to give me time to play the new to at least adapt and try and hopefully figure out the haphazard build I did, or do a skill point reset for V to try and figure out something that works. So that I believe I was starting that up like yes, at the beginning of October, or like September 30th, I think I was going to be starting that. But again, at least that's the plan at the time I'm recording this. Of course, this video is appearing on my YouTube channel in like December, and so it's like weird how I pre-record stuff, but at least I'm acknowledging it here. So with that said, would I play Cyberpunk 2077 beginning to end ever again? Um, Probably, yeah, just to see the corporate and the nomad paths. Those will kind of be like my big reasons to play it again, just to see the story, just to see what subtle differences there were. But I got the majority of achievements on my single playthrough, with the exception of a few. With the exception of two things, of a few things that I consider like possible based on my skill set and like my ability to and my quick time reactions to certain things. Oh, I almost forgot the endings. The endings that we did, I saw is we for my playthrough we did the follow Johnny's plan, letting him take over and going with Rogue and everything, so Rogue gets killed. I know there's the super secret ending where you have to get the Johnny up relationship with him up to 70%. I had it at 60, so yeah, whatever, kind of is what it is there. But the big thing is the endings. I did see both endings. The Legend of the Afterlife ending where V goes off into space and like, oh, she's taking every job possible, is like to from apparently anyone that might be able to give her a chance to survive, or and the ending where Johnny basically takes over V's body. Of the two endings, going off of the final mission with Rogue, of the two endings, because one thing I noticed is when Johnny's walking towards, to sacrifice himself, be part of Vault and of Vault Cunningham's AI consciousness. V basically tries to dissuade him. It's like, so it's kind of a very unique thing there. So it's like, okay, so so it's like it kind of works either way because V knows she's screwed anyway, and I say she because I played her as a transgender character. So V knows she's screwed either way, but okay, get like her final 6 months, or let Johnny take over the body. And so at the time I'm recording this, I don't know what's involved with the Phantom Liberty content, so I'm kind of intrigued to see if there is a whole other ending that will be possible that will result in, hey, maybe a fusion of both Johnny and V where they both survive, which actually I thought would have been the Arasaka ending to be quite honest with you, based on the details I knew. But we'll see. We'll see. So with that said, tighten your friendship bracelets, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you feel like kicking some support to the channel, you can use my Stream Elements link in the description below to just kick over a few bucks. It helps keeps the lights on, and in some dark and trying times that I'm trying to keep my head above. So anyway, we'll catch y'all in the next video.